Hello, my name is Joanna Usich, and today I'll be talking about listening. So, listening is different than hearing because with listening, we take in information and we process it. With hearing, we just register any noise that kind of comes our way. So, with listening, there are four different aspects, which are selection, attending, understanding, and a response. So, first off, we select who and what we want to listen to, whether it be music, our friends, our teachers, our classmates, any of that sort. We select if we want to listen to what they have to say or communicate to us. And the next step is attending to whatever they're saying. So, do we actually pay attention? Do we actually kind of want to listen to what they're saying? Do we find it relevant? Do we want to listen to it and pay attention to it and kind of formulate a response to it? And then the third step is, do we understand what they're saying to us? Do we understand the topic that they're trying to communicate to us? And with that, with all those aspects, we can formulate a response. So we can respond to whatever information they are providing us with. And so when you're talking to a friend and they're saying something, you want to ask questions. That is a response to whatever you've been listening to. So with listening, there are four different types of listening. So you have relational, so that's when you just want to talk to that person, kind of just have like an emotional connection to that person. Second, you have critical. So critical is when you sit through and you analyze whatever the person is saying for organized information. So that means you kind of just sit there and you take in all this information and you kind of organize it out. Third is analytical. So you do the same exact thing with analytical that you would with critical. So you take that information in, you process it, you organize it, and then you criticize whatever that speaker is saying. So you kind of second guess it. You're not really sure what they're saying is true. Maybe you're talking to a friend and you can kind of see the way that they're talking. You feel that they're lying. And so with that, you're kind of more of an analytical listener. You're listening to whatever they're saying, but you're not exactly sure if that's true. And the fourth type of listener is a task/time listener. So with this listener, they listen to whatever information that the communicator is telling them, and they take that information and they do a task with that. So this can be more in like a work setting. So let's say your boss comes up to you and they say, they give you all this information and you take that information in and you go and do the work that you were supposed to do. So with listening, there are many different barriers that we create and that we have that kind of block us from processing this information. So the first barrier is a self-barrier. So we will listen to somebody and we kind of create this barrier and we sabotage whatever the person is saying, and we're kind of like, I don't really want to listen to them. They're not really relevant to whatever I'm trying to, take in. And we kind of just, distract ourselves from listening to them. Another barrier is the emotional barrier. So let's say we're listening to someone, they're saying something, and they say something that distracts us from whatever they're saying. So let's say they say a specific word, or they start talking about something specific, and you kind of lose your train of thought, and you no longer want to listen to them. So you kind of just wander off, and you no longer pay attention to them. And the third barrier for listening is the criticism barrier. So with this, it's kind of more like you're listening to the person and maybe their lack of eye contact, maybe their movement, maybe whatever they're wearing, maybe there's something about their physical appearance that distracts you from whatever they're saying. So you no longer want to listen to them. So let's say you're talking to someone and maybe they have something in their teeth and you're just staring at whatever is in their teeth. You're so focused on whatever is in their teeth that you no longer want to process whatever they're saying. So with all these factors, we understand that listening is a very important concept and that we need to listen in order to gain knowledge. And so there are many different ways that we can improve listening, like maybe we can just take in more eye contact. We can physically just look at the communicator more. We can take ourselves to a different setting so we're not distracted by any other noises that come our way. There's just so many different ways that we can better our understanding of listening and our communication. And listening is something that each and every single one of us do every day, and this is how we learn. And so, in order to listen, we need to, register whatever we are being communicated with, and this is very important. And listening is something that we all use on a daily basis, and it is a technique that we all use, and it helps us become better people because we learn so much through listening. Alrighty, that's all I have for today. Thank you.